Hello there, guys, and welcome to Daily Updates. We just watched the nomination of the EFF Top 6, which, by the way, all of them were unopposed, except, of course, for the theatrical performance that was done by one member, one female member, who stood up to say that I nominate myself. Watch this video.
Okay, please give him a chance. Give him or her a chance.
My name is Queen Esther Molepo. I'm from Ward 17, Emalahleni sub-region, Nkangala region, Mpumalanga province. This third NPA has a 2/3 majority of women. And I'm standing here to send a message to women who must be brave to contest any position in this organization. I hereby stand to nominate myself in the position of the Deputy President. I thank you.
So, I would really like to take us back in time when a newspaper released the suggested top 6 that would probably be coming into effect after the elective conference. So what they did is that they posted this picture saying that Julius Malema would be the president, the deputy would be Godrich Gadi, Marshal Dlamini would be the secretary general, the deputy secretary general would be Lien Mateis, the chairperson would be Nontando Noluchungu, and the treasurer would still be Umpile Mautwe, which means they got rid of Poppy Mailula and Veronica Mente. One SABC journalist went to X, formerly known as Twitter, to post and say that all the top 6 position will be unopposed. And of course, as the nomination started, no one was opposed. All of them continued and there was no opposition. They continued as normal. There was no need for voting and they were announced as the new top 6. When you see something like this, you then go to the ANC, which is the party that hosts the biggest elective conference, and see how they conduct the elective conference. Each and every position would then be contested. The most contested would be the president. They nominated their favorites. There was no other person who came forward to contest those positions. Now, when something like this happens, then we look at the fact that can the journalists be correct in saying that this is the upcoming top 6 just 2 months before the elective conference? I think the message for the EFF is that we are rebuilding. But can it be rebuilding when none of the people there that have been nominated have been challenged? Can it then be rebuilding? Can one say that instead of starting an elective conference, why not just decide to say that this is who we are putting forward? Because the money that is used for the elective conference doesn't match the result that we have seen. Of course, people will say that, then what were you expecting? We expect a situation where each and every individual is going to be challenged. When no one is challenged and things go on the way they've been, the question then is, was this premeditated? So basically, watching the proceedings, I was rather uncomfortable about the fact that all of these 6 people will go on and not be contested. All these guys are going to be the new leadership, but we know that none of them had a competition. So they're basically going to be in the top 6, and they know for sure that each and every individual in the party was rooting for us. It cannot be. It cannot be unless there was a meeting. There were meetings where the decisions were made that since while we have been infiltrated, the only solution for us would be to go on in one pace. The EFF has taken a route of marching along on the same route, on the same pace. No one would be left behind, except of course that lady who stood up and said, I'm nominating myself. Maybe she could be questioned on what was she thinking by standing up to nominate herself. But it takes courage for someone to stand up and say that we are women. We need to show that we have courage. But of course, we have to give it to the EFF. They've done remarkable by coming and organizing the elective conference having their top 6, now busy with their top 60, making sure that the people who are getting the positions are the people that they are all agreeing on. I don't think in later years, in the upcoming time, one of the top 6 leaders will then be criticized by the members of the EFF, because how are you going to criticize the same people that you have all rooted for in the majority? No one put their hand down on all of those people. They all raised their hand to say that we agree. This is who we are voting for. In the upcoming years, if someone is caught in the wrong in the top 6, they are not going to be criticized because you were all in the majority. You all allowed and agreed with the decisions. Now, you must agree with everything that happens. In a nutshell, I think a lot could have been done. We could have seen competition and would sit there and say that the EFF elective conference was very interesting. But unfortunately, I cannot say that. It looks like it was cooked before the official conference. So now going to the conference is just putting your bum to the seat and saying that I'm marking my register. But again, EFF, it is upon them, on the nominated people, the nominated top 6, to make sure that they change the narrative, to make sure that they appeal to the masses and ask them to vote, because 2026 is just around the corner. Those top 6 will need to go and put boots on the ground and make sure that they are working. By the way, I am making this call that actually I can put my word on. Before the end of 2024, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi would have tendered his resignation from the EFF, and he's going to be followed by some of the members that have been excluded.
Thank you, President. Thank you for taking guys. Thank
How does it feel to be a former president? It's good. It feels very good. When you have served well, you don't have worries. You are coming. I don't know, you are telling me. Yes, you can nominated on my brother. Yes.
Which one do you belong to?
113.
In where?
Polokwane. In Limpopo.
Okay, and this is the province.
That's my province. Yeah.